Wow, this is really something. This boardwalk, I mean, the last 700 feet is closed, and it looks like it's pretty long before it closes. I mean, it must be half a mile boardwalk going out into the water. I mean, it just goes on forever. Definitely come to the, what is it, Billy Frank Nisqually Wildlife Refuge. So we're basically in between DuPont and Lacy, right off of I-5. Wow, this is so neat. Look at that, nothing but water. I honestly don't think in the summer that it's this wet, because there's little bushes and trees in places out there. I mean, I think it's fairly wet, but not this bad. Wow. This thing goes on forever. I don't think I've ever seen a boardwalk this long over water. I don't know if the GoPro is picking it up, but it keeps going that way. So there's a structure up here. This might, oh no, people are keeping going. I wonder if that sign is just not right. I wonder if we can walk to the end. Be awesome. Wow. I don't think we do walk to the end. It looks like this goes to land eventually. That is crazy how long this is. Wow. This is the neatest thing I found in a long time. I gotta stop and get a picture here with my phone. So I wonder if this is a big mud flat. Talks about the tide going up and down. But they have shore crabs, shrimp-like amphipods, bent nose clams, legworms, and ghost shrimp. Ah, so what I thought were seagulls are not seagulls. They're ring-billed gull, or mew gull, or Bonaparte's gull. Wow, look at that. That is incredible. Jeez. So that's where we came from. Now I see why this parking lot is so busy. This is a giant boardwalk. That'd be awesome if the fog lifted on the way back. Yeah, we're definitely coming back here. I want to come back when the tide is down. I want to come back when the sun is out. And look where we came from. Can't even see land anymore. It's like walking on the bridges over the Florida Keys and you don't see anything but water. This place is a gym. Look at that. This boardwalk must be a mile and a half at least, maybe 2 miles. Ducks swimming out there. Well, we are still walking. So the last 700 feet are closed. I feel like we've definitely walked, feels like 10 times that. I mean, it's got to be a mile and a half, 2 mile elevated boardwalk. Because you look out in the direction there and you can see the end, maybe. That looks like it could be a good mile yet. I mean, it's a long ways. The trail doesn't go straight there. It kind of zigzags. This is just incredible. After yesterday, this is exactly what I needed. There's that little shelter we passed that talked about the little creatures that live in the mud. Hopefully the GoPro is picking me up talking. I hear myself, so hopefully it's just muted. Wow, the fog is really lifting out here. So I just was thinking, and if Washington ever had the 9.0 earthquake offshore and it created a tsunami, well, unfortunately if we were on this trail, we would all be dead. It would kind of suck. I mean, that's Puget Sound out there basically. And I don't know what they say, 20, 30, 40, 50 foot tsunami would come barreling through there. Wouldn't have a chance. So I think I see a gate finally up there. So in reality, we're doing probably 95% of this. This has to be a 2 mile boardwalk, easy. If that's 700 feet. I mean, it is long. Ah, see I-5 way over there, maybe? The truck's on it. Wow, so back in the day, they built a dike that kept all the saltwater tides out here, and they had a farm here. It says it's only a mile long boardwalk, but that doesn't make any sense because it says the last 0.6 miles onward, we've went more than 0.4 miles. I think their math is a little off. Sounds like I hear a seal. Oh yeah, I can see the closure. See some land. Oh yeah, it looks like there's grass down there. The Nisqually River, just beyond the desert. Well, here's the end. Oh, there is a seal out there. Well, we're gonna head back. That was neat. One last look at the Puget Sound.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he called around, but he didn't make a fuss about it. He just said, you know, you can't do this. He won by one.
I gotta get some video on the way back too, because it's a whole different perspective, and I think the fog is lifting. This place is one of my new favorite places, I think. So I heard one guy talking, he's like, he comes here every week. He has this whole massive camera set up, and he's taking pictures and things. And then the two guys I just passed talking about people that go out and count birds, and they're like, yeah, it's all competitive, and everyone like wants to put down, they saw this and this, and makes you wonder how accurate the bird counts are. They all want to like get credit for seeing something rare. Pretty funny. And the guy's like, yeah, you can go to the zoo and get some pretty exotic birds. Put down that you saw them. This is neat. This is neat. Wow, look at that. Fog is lifting. Here's a good shot. The fog is lifting. You can actually see with the naked eye, you can see the two big barns that used to be part of the dairy operation. That'll be where I end the day. Get a good shot of them. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna try and take a picture. if you have a picture, somehow you could use that as a thumbnail when you make your YouTube video, instead of letting Google, you know, auto-generate 3 of them from the video. I'm gonna see if I can figure that out. If I can, that would be awesome, because there's times where I'd like to use a thumbnail in Google. I don't like the ones they made, and my free editing software doesn't allow me to do a snapshot of the video, turn it into a photo. So I just have to go with what Google suggests. But that'd be awesome if that works. And then what you can do is, I was watching a YouTube video, you take that photo into Photoshop and you can add text to it and all kinds of stuff, and that's how people make their eye-catching thumbnails for their videos, which I always wondered how that was done. It's pretty simple. Like, I don't have Photoshop either though. I used to pay for Adobe a long time ago. It's too expensive. It's like 50 bucks for everything, and you either pick the photo part and pay something, 20 something, or you pick the video part and pay 20 something. But if you want photo and video, you basically have to buy the whole suite, and it's like 50 or 60 bucks now a month. When I initially got it, I was taking some classes and I got a discount, and it's, or no, it might have even been free. It was either free or like really cheap, like $20 a month for everything. But after that ran out, you pay the full price. This is so neat. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Wow. So if, oh, the other thing is, so if Mount Rainier ever erupted, that would be another way. We'd all be dead if we were out here, because there'd be a giant water, mud flow, debris flow coming down the Nisqually River, and this would probably be under 30-40 feet of muck. But that'll never happen in my time. It's kind of interesting to think about though. It's definitely a hazard zone. There's no tsunami this way, escape tsunami signs on this boardwalk like you see on land, because there's no way you're getting to those hills from here. I don't even think you could swim that fast. You film this all day. So glad the fog is lifting. So basically, I think I've been here almost 2 hours, if you can believe it. This is gonna be a long video. I might have to make 2. Oh, we are almost back. Probably see I-5 really good now. It's probably a mile away from us, I would say. All the semis going by, crossing the freeway overpass there for the road that gets here. So to the right is Lacy's in like 3 or 4 miles, and that's where Cabela's is. And then to the left is DuPont's like in 3 or 4 miles. It turned out to be beautiful today. So now I'm debating, I think I'm going to make 2 videos for this. There'll be a land portion of the park and a boardwalk portion of the park, and then hopefully that way each video might be 20 minutes long. Otherwise this could be like a 40-minute video, and the long videos take my laptop a long time to process. Sometimes it can take hours, especially if I have a lot of clips. And then they're really big too. They take literally 4, 5, 6 hours to upload 20-25 gigabyte file. But I am doing 24 frame rates a second now, and that definitely helps keep the file size down. I've noticed a little bit more. Oh, Look at this seagull or gull look-alike. Not sure. Sitting on that log. But yeah, I'm glad I waited to get the barn, walk by the barns to the end, because they're really impressive when you stand by them. They're really big. I don't know if they use them for anything now. Hopefully they store things in there, their machinery. I mean, they're really nice. They're just giant. I never knew what they were for until I read that informational sign at the end here saying how this used to be a giant farm. They had houses, there's a motel for workers, and they had a kitchen and dining hall. It was a massive operation. It was like 100 and some years ago the guy constructed it. And then the original guy went broke 1912. So something about it must not have been easy, or just all the money they spent on the keeping the tides out, turning it into farmland. Maybe he never paid it back. I don't know. I wonder why they made this part so high. It almost reminds me of a train trestle. I should go back. My wife actually has an important phone call, and I'm supposed to babysit Zoe, our cat. Otherwise she gets locked in our bedroom. She was gonna put her in the RV, and I said, no, you can't do that. It's too cold out there. So yeah, I should probably head home. It's like 12:30, be 1:30, 2 when I get home. Her meeting's at 3, and I will cat sit. Our cat is such a needy cat. It's amazing. She cannot sit alone. Like, she'll be with me in the living room. I go upstairs for 2 minutes and she freaks out and goes into the office where my wife is working. Like, she just has to have constant companionship. And that's gotta be from when she had her medical issues and was in the Humane Society for 2 to 3 months. Because I think before she had her medical issues, I think she got a lot of attention. I mean, she just loves people, and that was traumatizing for her, unfortunately. It'll be sad when her time is up. Kind of want to get a dog though, because I would love to have a trailer to pull with our truck and actually not have a motorhome anymore. Just give us so many more options. This reminds me of something you would see in Florida. This whole wetlands boardwalk setup. Wow, so there's the 2 white barns. That's our next stop. I just cannot stop getting video. So that dike right there is what I wanted to walk on, and I'm not sure if it ever opens. Honestly, it would be really neat, but I'm gonna head over there. It's beautiful. So I've seen some other YouTubers stop here, I'm not gonna name any names, and they pretty much stayed in the parking lot, walked up to the building, and that was it. They didn't do any of this. I mean, it's as a full-timer, so he's basically living, you know, on, I think when you're full-timing, until you get your whole security set up, you're kind of concerned about people stealing your stuff because your whole life is in your RV. But now the person gets out a lot. They've had mopeds, motorcycles throughout the years. Now they have a smart car actually they pull. And it is fun. I like watching people explore and not just stick to their RV 95% of the time. That gets kind of boring. I like to see the areas. Wow, this is crazy.